Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. So today's a bit different. My face is going to be in here where it's obviously normally not. And we're talking about something that I use personally. I've been playing the game for about 8 or 9 years since season 1. So I'm pretty old now. And there's a setting that I never used to bother using that I use all the time now. This is an unranked diamond account. And I realized the idea of the video came because I logged onto this account, did all my settings and stuff, forgot to do this one. But then when I was in game, I was trying to use it and I couldn't use it. I was like, oh, I haven't turned that on. But I actually realized that pretty much for every single fight now, I use this setting. So it's really important. I think you should really use it as an AD carry. I was really stubborn and said you don't need it, but I actually disagree. I think you really do need it. And for every role, actually, it's going to be pretty good as well. So we're going to be talking about attack champions only as a setting. I use it as a toggle as well. So if you look at my mouse, I'm using the new cursor. I'm sure most of you guys are. If I press my button, it turns red in the middle. I think you'll be able to see that. Even on mobile, you should be able to see that. So that in the middle means I can only attack champions now, and I can't target towers. I can't attack objectives. I'm not too sure. I don't think you can do that either, but minions you can't either. So if you're fighting in a minion wave or if you're fighting under tower, you turn this on. It leaves it on. I'll show you how to set it up in a second. And then you can only attack a champion. So whenever I'm fighting bot lane, for example, and I'm running at somebody and fighting them, I'm going to turn this on just before so that if I accidentally click on a minion, like, it's not going to work. It will still attack the enemy champion even though I misclicked because I've got this thing on. And especially for diving towers, if they're hiding behind a tower, my favorite is honestly, if I go over here quickly, my favorite is if they're standing like here and I'm going to dive somebody here. It's quite easy, probably a bit closer actually. It's quite easy to like hit the tower by accident instead of them, especially in the heat of the moment. Whereas with this, you can't. You literally can't hit the tower and you will hit that champion anyway. So it's a way of avoiding a lot of mistakes. Some of you guys will probably already be using this, I'd assume, but like a lot of people don't use it. I know from stream, a lot of people ask me why my icon is changing all the time. So obviously I did attack minions there. That's because there's no enemy champions around. When there are no champions around, you can just like you can attack anything, but when there are champions, it doesn't work. So let me show you how to set this up in case you don't know. I'm going to keep this nice and short. It's just a kind of like a, I don't know. I think this kind of helps. Let me know if you want me to do this stuff or not. I can go through my other stuff like my attack move settings as well. But so you scroll all the way down from abilities and summer spells in your hotkeys section. Go right to the bottom and you go target champions only. I've set this to C because it's nice and easy for me to press. It's right next to V, which is the ping as well. So I'm constantly using that. I'm also using a spacebar to center the camera onto my champion so that if I'm in a fight, I can use that, which is probably another thing as well. So C will turn it on, but actually right now, if you just leave it as that, it doesn't work properly because this is where you need to press as well. Treat target champions as toggle only. So if I take that off, I have to hold down C to actually do it, which I think is really difficult and makes no sense at all. So you have to go into game, press this here and target champions only as a toggle. And now when I press C, it turns on. So I would recommend, honestly, you put it wherever you want, wherever's comfortable. For me, C makes sense because normally it's this thing, by the way. Champion info, I think, is a C. So it doesn't really, like, for me, it's not losing anything. And I'm fine doing that. It's nice and easy for me to press. The spacebar thing that everybody asked me, by the way, is if I'm looking like this and press space, it centers back on my thing. So I can literally do this, which I think it makes a lot of sense. So that's why my finger is down there anyway. I actually use the one that is on D, which I didn't realize for C. But anyway, make sure you turn it off when you're trying to farm. I forget sometimes and you'll miss CS, so that sucks. But when you're fighting somebody, wherever it is, I actually do it every fight now just so I can't mess it up. If there's a fight mid lane, if there's a fight, even a Baron, so I don't accidentally hit something that I shouldn't hit, it will only be able to target champions. It's really good for diving. It's really good for 2v2 fights when they're in a minion wave as well. I think you're making your life more difficult than it has to be if you don't use this. It's up to you. A lot of you guys will probably use it already, so you might not get anything out of this video, in which case I apologize, but I think this is really important. A lot of people don't use it. I haven't used it for like 8 years. I finally started to last couple of months, and honestly, I would never swap back to not using it. So hope you guys enjoyed the nice short video. Let me know if you think these kind of things are cool or not. I can definitely do some more on the rest of my settings as well if you want to know how I do it. A lot of it's pretty simple, like with the attack move and with the spacebar. I actually have an attack move video that I will try and remember to link down below, which I think is probably one of the best attack move videos of, well, probably one of the best videos I've ever made. Actually, it's still relevant even like seasons later. So thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. I'll probably be shooting right now as well if you want to come check it out. But that's all for today. So for now, I will leave you with the robots.